What is going on, fools of YouTube? You got AJayPay bringing you another UU match against epikkyogre78. I'm not sure exactly what I'm feeling nowadays, as in like my own like thoughts or like how I'm feeling today. I'm not feeling too well or too bad or anything. I don't even feel that creative right now. Like, I did a recording with Core today, and like, I don't think I said anything funny or creative. I couldn't think of anything. I don't know. I guess I'm having a bit of like a brain fart or something, or writer's block, so to speak, you know. But I gotta narrate anyways. I got a decent match here. As you can tell from my team doesn't really like water types. He's got 3 of them, chock full of them on the team. And then he's got that Togekiss, you know, that luck-based Pokemon that I hate. And then Rhyperior is always hard to take out. It's pretty damn bulky. That's kind of what UU is. But we're just going to start the battle here, as I'm going to lead off with my Rotom Heat, because it hurts everything on his team a lot, other than the conventional. As he leads off with the Rhyperior, I decided to go for the Hidden Power Grass here, because I know it won't take it out, but I definitely do need a lot of damage on this thing, so that way I can come in later and take it out in one hit, considering most of my team does outspeed it. But luckily he does go for the optimal play and goes for the Stealth Rocks. I found it a bit more beneficial for him if he went for the Stone Edge and tried to take me out, because this thing is definitely a big threat to his team, so I thought probably he should have taken it out. But I decided to go in my Scrafty here because I was thinking he might switch into Galvantula to soak up my Hidden Power Grass. But I completely forgot about this Togekiss, and this Togekiss becomes a very big annoyance, which it usually is. And usually when Togekisses are out and doing their annoying things, you speed up the battle. That's exactly what I do here, because for some odd reason, he thinks he can flinch me to death, which is true. But it's very annoying at the same time at this point. I want to get my Stealth Rocks up first, because they're definitely going to help me, considering I don't think I'm going to take this thing out in one hit immediately, because judging from this damage, he seems to be more of a bulky set, and if I have a lot of HP, a Aura Spirit won't take me out, which he's trying to do, and I flinch basically 100% of the time on these Air Slashes. And luckily he goes for an Aura Sphere, and I knew this Aura Sphere wouldn't kill me, so I decided to go for the Stone Edge, but at the same time I knew that wouldn't kill him, because he's more of a bulkier set. And if he decides to kill me off, then go ahead, kill me off. But if he doesn't kill me off, I know he's going to roost. That's why I'm going to go for the Earthquake on this turn. But once again, just like the last game with the Gligar versus a Zapdos, Rhyperior versus a bulky Togekiss, even though if it roosts, it's still going to roost more than my Earthquake, considering I am more of a bulkier Rhyperior rather than a offensive one. But I am threatening him at this point, but at this point, I'm just kind of like, screw it, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's kind of like that math homework assignment, and you find that problem that you don't know what to do, or like what the answer to it is. You just want to procrastinate and deal with it later. That's what I do. I just drag it tail it. I'm master procrastinator over here. I'm going to deal with this homework later. I'm going to deal with that Togekiss later. And I do have the Stealth Rocks anyway, so it's going to be easier to take out. But he does knock me out with the Giga Drain. I didn't really care. I could have switched into my Scrafty, but I didn't want Scrafty to take any damage because I was thinking I needed a full health for later, possibly. But here he decides to switch out to his Rhyperior, probably predicting my Rock Blast. But the thing is, luckily I did change this from Choice Band to Life Orb at the beginning of the game. And I honestly did not really care if he predicted this, because Cinccino, I found out, outspeeds mostly everything in this tier and hits pretty hard on everything in this tier as well. And there's not a lot of steel types, so Cinccino can definitely be a big threat in this tier. That's why I decided to bring it to this battle, and it's kind of proving it here, especially since his Life Orb I can switch up moves and stuff, and I'm able to knock it out with the Bullet Seed, because even if he decides to switch out to something else, that's fine. I outspeed everything on his team, barring if he has a Scarfer or not. But he decides to switch his Poliwrath in, and I'm thinking he switched his Poliwrath in because it's more of a defensive set, so it's a Rest Sleep Talk set, and it can probably live my Bullet Seeds. So I decided just to U-turn, even though U-turn is actually kind of bad because it's not doing that much damage. And also I am losing health from the Life Orb as well, so that's kind of a bad play on my part. I should have just hard switched right out to my Musharna, which I do here. I did predict him to go for a Circle Throw. If he decides to go for a sub and he's actually the Focus Punch set, that's fine. I can take hits for days. As he does Circle Throw me out to my Rotom Heat, which is actually pretty great, because now I can either decide to either Trick Scarf him or just do some efficient damage. I just decided to go for some efficient damage because I definitely need this Rotom Heat flare. Rotom Heat and my Cinccino are definitely my 2 main Pokemon on this team, the 2 big threats to his team to take him out. So I just Volt Switch. I know it won't kill him. That's kind of like the bad thing with Rotom Heat is the thing. If something takes a neutral hit or is resisted to Rotom Heat's moves, it's not going to do that much damage. Even super effective moves won't do that much unless if you weaken them with Stealth Rocks or weaken them in general. But it's great for switch initiative and momentum. As he some reason goes for the Scald. I thought he would go for a Circle Throw there, but that's fine with me. And I was thinking here he's going to predict my Psychic and go into Sharpedo to be immune to my Psychic. But I get this prediction wrong. He rests, and I'm just kind of face-palming here because the move I go for is Baton Pass because I was thinking he's going to switch into Sharpedo. So that way I can switch initiative. But now, I got to send something in. I decided to send in my Cinccino because I don't want my Rotom Heat taking Stealth Rock's damage. And I decided to fap my seeds into his mouth. Even though that sounds pretty awkward. I'm sorry for saying that. I know I have girl audiences, but sorry, I had to say it. So I fapped some seeds into his mouth. The Poliwrath's definitely not liking it, but can take it. And the reason why I switched this thing in, because I was thinking he's going to pull off a Rest and Sleep Talk. I'm going to rely on my luck this time, because I've been unlucky recently. So I'm thinking, alright, this time I should be pretty lucky, and he should pull Rest. But he decided to spit my seeds back out in my face with some hot water as well, and he just knocks out my Cinccino. So down goes Cinccino. I definitely misplayed Cinccino in this match because it's such a big threat to this team. I definitely could have used it for later. But now this is going to be a bit of a harder game for me to win. I just got to use my predictions and my Volt Switches right. But either way, I decided to go for the Volt Switch now. There's really no point of him switching out. I finally knock out the Poliwrath, which is great because my Sharpedo is actually a special set with Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, and I believe it's Dark Pulse. And Poliwrath resists all of those. So now I can switch Sharpedo in. This is very crucial which Pokemon I sent in here. Because if I sent in my Scrafty, he would have sent a Togekiss. If I sent in Musharna, he would have sent a Sharpedo. This is the best opportunity here to send out Sharpedo. Because I was thinking he's going to predict my Protect, go for the Dragon Dance. That's why I decided to immediately attack him right now. Rather than scouting for what he's going to go for. Because now I'm pressuring him to attack me. I still don't outspeed him. But I'm going to pressure him to attack me now. So that way I can go for the Protect. Get a second speed boost and outspeed him. I just hope he doesn't predict that and go for a second Dragon Dance. But I know for a fact he's scared that I could finish him off again if he goes for another Dragon Dance. And luckily he does go for an Outrage on my Protect. And now I am +2 in speed. He's only at +1. I definitely do outspeed him. Nothing on this team really wants to take our Dark Pulse. And I'm just going to knock out this Kingdra with the Dark Pulse. So a big threat out of the way. That Kingdra was such a big threat. I don't think I had anything to really take a hit. I'm pretty sure Musharna could, but Musharna is, like, I think was at 3/4 health. It wasn't even that healthy anymore. He decided to switch in Togekiss for some reason. I wasn't really too sure why, because I could take out with any one hit. I have Ice Beam. Any water Pokemon should have Ice Beam. I mean, really. I don't know why, but don't know why he switched that in, but whatever. He should have switched into Sharpedo first. He definitely could have had a better chance of winning the game, not spoiling it and all, but I guess I did if he switched in Sharpedo first. As he does go for a useless Protect. I wasn't really too sure why he did this either, because either way he'd still outspeed my Rotom Heat if he just decided to attack me immediately. I guess he's kind of scared that I'd take him out in one hit. So I decided to go for a Hydro Pump. I know these things are pretty frail, so I'm thinking it might actually take him out. But Jaws actually kind of fails me. He didn't creep up on him, you know, doing it. Jaws dies. That's about it. Sharpedo's going to take itself out on its own life orb, which is great. As he only has one more poke left. I have 3. He only has the Galvantula. I have my Rotom Heat. And I do outspeed it too. It's getting hot in here. So Rotom Heat is going to take off all his clothes because he's getting even more hot by overheating. That's what he's going to do. Overheat on this Galvantula. And is going to knock out that Galvantula, and then also Rotom Heat's going to get the special defense drop. That means, special attack drop. That means he's taking off his clothes. And that's going to be a 3-0 victory on my part, as we're going to go to the key play of the battle. The key play was definitely my Sharpedo against my Kingdra and basically playing mind games with it. If I had not done exactly what I did, if I protected first, he probably would have swept my team at this point with Dragon Dances. One thing he could have definitely done better as well is switched in Sharpedo immediately after I took out his Kingdra, because then that same thing would have happened. I would have switched him Rotom Heat. Actually, either way, Rotom Heat had 2 more switches to Stealth Rock, so either way, I would have won regardless. Regardless, still a good game. epikkyogre78 played very well. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'm trying to get a better battle with this. I'm actually trying to use more Pokemon that's out of the tiers rather than in the tiers to make things more interesting and harder for me, and it actually makes the game more fun. And yeah, that about does it for me, guys. Like if you like, comment if you like, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you fools later.